Good Thursday morning, and once again, we're waking up to temperatures pretty mild and dealing with a day with 30s instead of the more seasonal 20s or teens, and overall a fairly benign day. Here's a look at time lapse. We had some sun early on. Before this, there was some very light rain. Then the skies began to clear. We started a pretty sunrise, but as you can see here through time lapse, clouds have been thickening over the past couple of hours. We'll have very little in the way of sun moving forward, but that's our quality of camera from Assisi Heights. Right now, downtown Rochester, gray, kind of a brisk breeze. Feels like the 20s, but 33. The temperature right now officially in Rochester above freezing. Yeah, that's where we are already to start the day here on this Thursday. So that's our Gwaltney Group camera live in downtown Rochester. Good morning, I'm meteorologist Ted Schmidt. Today, once again, a balmy day, at least by January standards, keeping in mind that 24 is the average high, and that would be in the afternoon. Typically, you start the day in the single digits, sometimes below zero this time of the year, but we're starting in the 30s, and that's where we're going to stay for the rest of the day. We've had a little rain. That was very early, in fact, before temperatures even dropped below freezing, so we were looking at sprinkles and drizzle. That was around 3 in the morning. A lot of you probably weren't awake at that point. Some of us were, but that was a long time ago. Things right now are looking a little quieter. We may yet see a flurry or a sprinkle, spot of drizzle. That's it, though. Very small chance of that moving ahead for the rest of the day. But gray skies kind of dominant. But look at these temperatures, though. We're doing really well as we look at gray skies. 33 at Rochester. It's 32 in Mason City. Winona, 36. This is January, the time of the year that any time above freezing is a blessing. And, well, not necessarily rare, but definitely not the majority of the time. Not certainly in southeast Minnesota or even North Iowa, for that matter. But 33 in Rochester, kind of a brisk breeze, 10 miles per hour. You've had winds around 15 miles per hour through much of the day already. And we'll kind of be in that range the rest of the day. It keeps that feels like temperature in the mid-20s, 25 right now. That's the current wind chill. Air pressure rising 29.43 inches of mercury. 25 in Rochester, the current wind chill. Austin 29, Cresco 23. Day planner today, a spot or two of drizzle, maybe a flurry between late morning and early afternoon. Otherwise gray with those chilly winds keeping the wind chill around 25 to 30. Highs themselves around 36. Sunset 4:44. Probably the last time we'll be this warm in the foreseeable future. I think we'll get back to this level at some point, but not necessarily in the next week or so. Gray skies. We had that rain actually moving through, and now that's becoming more of a snow depiction on our satellite radar. That's moving up through the UP of Michigan, moving out of northeast Wisconsin. A cold front on its way may generate again a couple of pockets of drizzle or some flurries today. That system moves aside. Next one upstream comes in out of Alberta and Saskatchewan. That arrives tomorrow with a chance of light snow. And that's in our weather story for this week. Drizzle flurries today. Snow tomorrow, an inch, maybe 2 of accumulation later tomorrow. And then maybe a very small chance Sunday. Otherwise, a slightly drier, chillier pattern in the coming days. 33 in Rochester now. It's 35 in Sioux Falls. Up north, temperatures actually for this time of the year, not bad for Fargo, International Falls, and Minot. There it's 33 at this point. Here's Futurecast. One system moving on through today. Gray skies, temperatures holding steady, basically in the low to mid 30s. Little clipper system comes in tomorrow. I see that snow coming in. The first few flakes may arrive late morning, but the lion's share of the accumulation is afternoon. In fact, most of what will fall will be mid-afternoon through mid-evening, so that may make for a slick evening commute tomorrow for your Friday. Snow comes to an end around midnight tomorrow night. Then we have high pressure, gradual clearing. We have a brisk breeze with temperatures on Saturday in the 20s. Snowfall tomorrow through midday, not much. Trace amount, maybe a slight coating around Albert Lee and Mankato. This is the GFS computer model, one of the ones we look at. For the evening, especially after 5, we start seeing these numbers really build up, going from about a 1/4 inch to more than an inch by midnight, and then the snow comes to an end there. So an inch and a half or so of snowfall overall. That's what we're facing for tomorrow afternoon and evening, and then the rest of the weekend looks pretty good with drier weather but colder conditions. 36 at Rochester, 38 at Winona today, 35 Mason City. Some flurry and drizzle activity with that brisk west breeze around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, a lighter breeze, mostly cloudy, 22, maybe a little starlight at times. And then tomorrow, a clipper system comes in, light snow, especially in the afternoon, 1 to 2 inches of accumulation. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, 29 the high temperature tomorrow. 7-day forecast looking at a drier Saturday. Sunday, just a very slight chance of snow. System grazes us to the north. We may see just a few flakes out of that, but some gusty winds will be the result more than anything. And then the colder days beyond that, teens and 20s next week, with another chance of very light snow. At this point, less than an inch of accumulation next Tuesday. So again, a couple of very minor systems. Tomorrow, having the most impact, that system with a chance of that coating of about that much snow on the ground coming in for the afternoon and evening. So keep that in mind for your Friday. Otherwise, very much more January-like pattern after today's relatively balmy weather here for the second day of 2020. In the meantime, have a great day, everybody. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.